All right, shalom, shalom. We are the real Hebrew Israelites coming day in and day out to prophesy the downfall of Babylon the Great, which is America. First off and foremost, all praises, honor, and glory be unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Karkadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, and salutations to the elect, wherever you may be. Our brother Shapaya coming at you again with a quick lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai. And of course, thanks Killin, all right, with the great attack on the Northern Kingdom over here in Babylon the Great, the so-called Americas, all right, which proves that this land is Babylon the Great. This is where Judah and Jerusalem, all right, we both, like the scriptures speak of, all right, we both, Israel and Judah, all right, Northern Kingdom and Southern Kingdom, both were oppressed together. All right, that's over here in Babylon the Great. That's that Babylon. That's that great mystery, man. And that's why the blood of the prophets and saints are found within her. All right. So let's go into this. Deuteronomy 19 and 14. Thou shalt not remove thy neighbor's landmark, which they of old time have set in thy inheritance, which thou shalt inherit in the land that Yahweh thy power giveth thee to possess it. All right. And so the point of this scripture is, whether we were in Israel or not, you don't supposed to take away your neighbor's landmark. All right. We didn't take away Moab's, Edom, none of that. But guess what? This great manifest destiny, there's a part 2. All right. We're going to take your shit. We're going to possess the land of the south, Edom, like Amos goes into. All right. Obadiah. All right, we're going to possess you people as slaves and everything you call near and dear or home to your heart. All right, captivity is coming. All right, the Judah, the southern kingdom, and the northern kingdom, Israel, were greatly slaughtered on this side of the earth. Okay, and nobody wants to talk about it. All right, mass genocide has happened to these people. You guys want us to always remember 9/11. But what about the genocide and slavery you put upon the Israelites? Okay? Now, let me go into this article real quick. Manifest Destiny and Indian Removal. A convergence of several social, economic, and political factors helped urge the speed of westward expansion in the 19th century. Mass immigration from Europe had swelled the east coast of the United States to record population numbers, pushing settlement westward. Expansion really boomed with the Louisiana Purchase, which that was a big scam. That was just to get Gad, Reuben, so on and so forth, the Northern Kingdom off that land. All right? Because you go in history, even the Battle of Alamo, all that, Texas, it was once a part of Mexico, California, so on and so forth. All right? That was Jake's land. All right? And who grabbed this land after the Assyrian captivity? The Northern Kingdom came over here. Okay? Get back to it. It says, the Louisiana Purchase in 1803, driving both the population and economy to the west. As boundaries of America grew, white settlers, Esau, Edom, all right, and proponents of the expansion began to voice concerns over what they considered an obstacle to settlement in America's economy and social development. The American Indian tribes living in the lands east of the Mississippi River, which bordered white settlement, the land was home to many tribal nations, including Cherokee, Creek, Seminole. In the south, the Choctaw and Chickasaw in the west. The land held promise of economic prosperity to raise cattle, wheat, and cotton, and harvest timber, minerals. Eager to take possession of the land, the settlers began to pressure the federal government, all right, to acquire these lands, which Indian tribes, acquired these lands from the Indian tribes. To these white settlers, the Indian tribes were standing in the way of progress of the America's manifest destiny. All right, which was really us going down and them coming on top. And mind you, Southern Kingdom was in captivity, and so was the Northern Kingdom. All right, now you had some of Judah that was, so-called freed, had papers. They were still slaves. These are your good old boys, right? And then you had native tribes, although they may not have, some of them, now a lot of them did go into hardcore bondage. You could watch Pocahontas too. It shows you basically how they took natives from the Americas over to Europe. Triangular slave trade, all right? West Coast of Africa. Matter of fact, going to Portugal, the last stronghold. The first slaves actually come from Europe. You had Negro Jake, if you will, ruling over the Morenos, all right? So you had the triangular slave trade, all right, from the Americas to Europe to the west coast of Africa, where in all those places it was nothing but Jake, okay? So nonetheless, all right, they wanted to take this land. They seen that it was prosperous, all right? And they got over here. Gad taught them how to plant corn, plant different vegetables, survive through the winter, hunt, things of those natures, all right? The self-serving concept of manifest destiny, the belief that the expansion of the United States was divinely ordained, justifiable, and inevitable. Which, guess what? You're absolutely right, Esau. You're absolutely right. This was the day you looked for, like the scriptures say. You clapped your hands, all right? You guys seen us put in captivity. Hey, great. But you forgot there's a part two. There's a part where we get the upper hand, okay? It says, was used to rationalize the removal of the American Indians from their native homelands. There goes that landmark, right? In the minds of white Americans, the Indians were not using their land to the full potential. And actually, the natives, you know why that land was so prosperous? Because a lot of those tribes kept the land Sabbath. A lot of those tribes were deep into nature and healing the earth and things according to that. Let me see. And then, you can read the rest of this. You can go to the origins of the Indian Removal Act, Andrew Jackson, Thomas Jefferson. It's good information. But it proves these scriptures, all right? Matter of fact, 21-17, cursed be he that, this is Deuteronomy 27-17, cursed be he that removeth his neighbor's landmark, and all the people shall say, Amen. Let it be so. Okay? Let it be so. Okay? Hold on, let me go take my baby to my wife. Bear with me, brothers. Salaki. All right, the water Hakim, I'm back. Salakia. All right. So we hit that Deuteronomy. All right. Proverbs. Remove not the ancient landmarks which thy fathers have set. Now Esau came. Let's get this one. Proverbs 23 and 10. Remove not the old landmarks and enter not into fields of the fatherless. That's what Esau did. Matter of fact, let's get it. Right? Hey, the more you read the Bible, the more you understand that Esau, Edom is the devil that the Bible speaks about. All right? Micah 2 and 1. Woe unto them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. All right, coming up with the Louisiana Purchase, coming up with the American Indian Removal Act. Guess what? That's devising iniquity. And guess what? They still do it unto this day. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hands. That manifests destiny, right? All right, Job 9 and 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. All right, verse 2. And they covet fields, take them by violence, houses, and take them away. So they oppress a man in his house, even a man in his heritage. If that's not Esau, Edom doing what he did to Israel in totality, the northern kingdom and southern kingdom, then who the fuck is it, man? And who's going to pay for these crimes committed against the children of Israel? You fucking Edomites and you other fucking nations, man. Okay? The Bible identifies this jackass, man. Habakkuk 2 and 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. Yea, also, because who's this song about? Esau, Edom. All right, he's proud. His spirit is lifted up. He's a haughty nation, right? But the elect is going to live by faith, right? Yea, also because he transgressed by wine, that great juice of Babylon. All right, the other nations are drunken. They're mad off of it. All right, democracy, your way of life. All right, the philosophy of Rome 2.0, if you will. He's a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlarges his desire as hell. Oh, the expansion of America, right? Taking the land of Gad, right? Neither keepeth home. Did not the scriptures call this man a vagabond? Right? Who enlarges his desire as hell and is as death, all right? It cannot be satisfied, but gather unto him all nations and heapeth unto him all people. That's Esau, Edom, all right? Hey, Antiochus came on the scene. He wanted everybody to get under these Greek customs and things of that nature, all right? Alexander the Great tried to do that. All right, Rome tried to do that, and they're doing it again. That great deadly wound has been healed. And guess what? They came back as America, all right? In the NATO and the UN. It's here, because who really controls you? The UN and NATO. That bitch that rides the beast. Okay? So this man got to go, all right? Matter of fact, Obadiah 1 and 10. Okay? For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. Now you guys don't want to talk about slavery. You guys don't want to talk about what you did to the northern kingdom. You guys don't want to talk about how you call some of these people immigrants, but this originally was their freaking land. All right? But guess what? You're right. This was God sent. This was heavenly. This was divine. This was all supposed to happen. Just so Romans, the 9th chapter can happen, man. So the Lord can show his power. And we're going to get that exact judgment and fill it into you double, like the scriptures say, Esau, Edom. Okay? In the day that thou stoodest on the other side, in the day that the strangers were carried away captive, which Esau did, and foreigners enter into his gate and cast lots upon Jerusalem, even thou was as one of them. So you're guilty, man. So just like how when what was it? Syrians or Babylon? I forget which nation actually took us into captivity. Syrians or the Babylonians. I could be wrong. If you got the right answer, hey, put it on the board. One of those heathen nations. All right. Esau, hey, he was just like one of them. He didn't stop him. All right. Just like Lamentations 2 said, um, all of them that passed by, they clapped their hands at thee. Oh, hold on. Let me get this. Surely. Day. Where is it at? Maybe it is Lamentation. Let me get it. Let me see if I can find this. It goes something. Surely this is the day that they looked for. Hold on. Yeah, I forget how it go, but it's so on point. Actually, let me do this real quick. Yep, here I go. It's Lamentations 2 and 15. Well, verse 16. All that passed by clapped their hands at thee. They hissed and wagged their head at the daughter of Jerusalem, saying, Is this the city that men call the perfection of beauty, the joy of the whole earth? Which we're supposed to be, okay? But not at this time. The Lord has to perfect us and put us back on top. All thy enemies have opened thy mouth against thee. Psalms 83rd chapter, right? They hiss and gnash their teeth. They say, We have swallowed her up. Certainly, this is the day that we looked for. We have found. We have seen it. Matter of fact, verse 17, right? Manifest destiny, right? Yahweh hath done that which he had devised. He has fulfilled his word that he had commanded in the days of old. He hath thrown down, he hath not pitied, he hath caused thy enemies to rejoice over thee, and have set up thy horn of thy adversaries. All right? But guess what? Let's go to Lamentations 1. Manifest destiny 2. All right? Lamentations 1:21. They that heard that I sigh, there is none to comfort me. All my enemies have heard of my trouble. They are glad that thou hast done it. Thou wilt bring the day that thou hast called, and they should be like unto me. So all the shit that we're going through, Esau and you other nations, especially Esau, you got to get double of it, man. You got to drink that cup of slavery, man. Verse 22, let all their wickedness come before thee, and do unto them as thou hast done unto me for all of my transgressions, for my sighs are many and my heart is faint. So guess what? You guys are going to be put in that situation. Them curses are going to come upon you, right? For the shit that you did. All right? Obadiah 1 and 10. Okay, I read that. Hey, Amos 1 and 11. All right? For thus saith Yahweh, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4, thou shalt not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever. All right? This man was always a violent man towards Jake. All right? And he's the hammer of the whole earth. He treats you heathens like shit too, but that true hate, that true sword of the Lord really came down upon who? Israel. How many examples do you need to see through all the captivities we went through, but especially the captivities Esau has been the head of? Antiochus, all right, the Roman Empire, 70 AD, the Flavian dynasty, okay? The Lord ain't gonna, hey, let me get that. Nahum 1 and 3. Yahweh is slow to anger and great in power, and he will not at all acquit the wicked. You're guilty. That's like them three bozos who killed that nigga. Guilty. All right? And Yahweh hath in his whirlwind the storm, and the clouds are the dust of his feet. All right? So, hey, the Lord is coming to judge the wicked. Esau, Edom, man. All right? Oh, here we go. It should be. Damn, how do it go? How does it go? Damn. I thought it was in the law about if you return to find the slave in his hand. Well, I'll put it in the comment section. Basically, is if the Lord come back and he find the prisoners. Let me see that. I know it's a good one right there. Isaiah 14:17. That made the world a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof and opened not the house of the prisoners. All right? We're still in captivity yet to this day. And the precept that I'm looking for, it goes roughly, basically curses a man who still a servant. Still. Let me see if I can find it. Exodus 21:16. And he that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand, he should be surely put to death. All right? Did not Esau, Edom steal Jake? All right? The northern kingdom and the southern kingdom? All right? Did he not say both of these countries are mine? All right? It says, hey, did he not sell them into slavery? All right? And that has nothing to do with Deuteronomy 28:68 when it says, no man shall redeem thee or buy thee. Because you motherfuckers want to say, well, see, you was bought as slaves. No. As far as that appropriation, that's what that redeemed is going into. Because we're redeemed by the blood of Yahweh Shai, man. All right? That was the buyback. All right, the mediator, not actual fucking money, man. All right, yeah, that's y'all. Y'all stretching, man. All right, or if he be found in his hand. Now, when Yahushua cracked the clouds, guess what? We will still be found in the hand of this Edomite. All right, he shall surely be put to death. All right, so he saw Edom as, hey, you gotta go down. You gotta motherfucking go. All right, let me get this Ezekiel 35, and I'll end it on that. Ezekiel 35:1. Moreover, the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir and prophesy against it. All right? That's the whole government of Esau Edom, right? And saying to it, Thus saith Yahweh thy power, Behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out my hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am Yahweh, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and have shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, saith Yahweh thy power, I will pursue Salakia. I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. As thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. Thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate, and cut off from it him that passes out and him that returneth. It's over with, man. You guys are going to get the ultimate judgment, man. And after being in that pit for so many days, hey, we're going to really extinguish you Edomites, man. Hey, so with that, hey, just like you did into Gad, Reuben, the northern kingdom, just like you did to the southern kingdom, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, all right? Those things should be done unto you doublefold, man. Righteously. It's a righteous thing to recompense them that trouble thee, like 2 Thessalonians, the 2nd chapter speaks about. So with that, all praises, honor, and glory be unto Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Kadash. Double honors to the old apostles, a great millstone, and salutations to the elect, wherever it may be. Above the ball.